Okay, so hopefully you now have a copy of this worksheet, and we're going to go through some of the key points here for the benefits of horizontal and vertical integration. Horizontal integration we'll start with then, and you should be able to see these in your grid. Now Disney, we can see, is able to get a number of benefits through becoming horizontally integrated. The first one is they're able to reduce their production costs. Now we know this to be true. Disney owns multiple film production studios, for example Walt Disney Studios and 20th Century Fox, so they were able to share facilities and keep production costs down as a result of that. They're also able to share resources, and this gives Disney an advantage in that they're able to have the power and the financial means to develop resources and expand their companies in a way that smaller, more independent film production companies will not be able to. And also, horizontal integration enables the market control. So Disney, owning film production companies, we know also has the rights to films that are from Marvel and Lucasfilm, which, to use a phrase from Mark Dixon's book here, he says are strategically positioned so that they do not compete with one another. This gives them then a competitive edge. They are no longer going to have to think about releasing their movies at a time so that it doesn't compete, for example, with the next Marvel superhero movie or the latest Star Wars movie, because they have the control over those films and those production companies, and they are able then to be more dominant. If we look at vertical integration, then this also gives Disney a number of benefits. The first of those is in cost saving yet again. By being able to produce and distribute texts internally within the conglomerate, again, this is a cost-effective strategy. They do not need to make payments then to external companies, and also any profits that they gain come directly back to Disney and not, again, to outside companies. Vertical integration enables production chain control. Disney have full control over the film chain. It also enables them to maximize profits through marketing and careful timing of the release of their films. Vertical integration enables Disney to restrict competitor access. This means, again, that Disney can avoid rivals, and they can also charge rivals to use some of their services, for example, parts of their distribution chain. And finally, vertical integration enables cross-media synergy. Okay, I'm going to skip over to look at defining that term for a moment, and we'll come back to this last point. Synergy is a key term for media, and it's something that Disney are absolute masters at. The definition for the term, outside of media terminology, might be that synergy is the increased effectiveness that results when two or more people or businesses work together. An example in media then might be that Disney's synergy means that they successfully market their products, such as the film Jungle Book, through trailers, merchandise, fan conventions, and their theme parks. So synergy is about a company drawing on all aspects that it has control over in order to really maximise its success and its power. Simpsons. Okay, one really good example of media synergy can be seen through the advertisement of Disney Plus. So when this was first released, promoted in August of 2019, Disney tweeted this thread which shows how it's able to work together using lots of its subsidiaries to promote the one product. So we can see here, first of all, that Disney tweets that it's moving day and asks, is everybody packed and ready to go? And there's a very clever response here from each of the different subsidiaries of Disney within the thread. So I've given a couple of examples for you. So Pixar respond to this. They say they're almost ready, okay, but in a shocking turn of events, they can't find Dory. Marvel respond, hang tight. We have quite a few suits here. We have Guardians of the Galaxy responding, I am Groot. The Simpsons with a joke, worst corporate Twitter stunt ever. And it goes on. There's lots and lots of other companies that are part of this thread, National Geographic, for example, and they work together to promote really this one product, which is Disney Plus. But we can see the power of the brand by using all of its different subsidiaries in this way. And that, therefore, is a good example of synergy. I would like you really to have a go at using that word yourself. You can use it to talk about Disney. You could use the Twitter stunt as an example, but I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at using the word synergy in a sentence of your own. Okay, let's go back to then that last point on the vertical integration grid. So a final benefit of vertical integration was cross-media synergy. So Disney utilising the wide range of companies they own to market their products successfully, whether that's through merchandise or indeed through their theme parks. Okay, so that brings us that part to an end. So it's worthwhile considering here then, if those are the advantages of integration, what are the concerns that Curran and Seaton might suggest through their theory? It's always worthwhile considering your opinion in this. How far do you agree with Curran and Seaton's views? How might they apply across the different case studies that come up for this OCR specification? I might consider then, do I think that Disney is a company driven by profit and power? Is this true of just them, or might I see this also applies to Netflix as an example? Do you think that that media industries then are seeing a decline in diversity and quality? Is this more likely to be offered by an independent production company or not? Could they give us a greater sense of diversity and creativity? And is this an area that might need to be regulated further? Is anti-monopoly regulation, as Curran and Seaton suggest, something that might be necessary? So there's a huge amount of questions that might come from applying this theory, and these are certainly going to be the big ideas that do drive us as we continue looking at industries and at the case study. Okay. I think we've covered quite a lot here, so I'd like to encourage you to take one final task to kind of consolidate what we've looked at. In your own words, can you explain why both vertical and horizontal integration enable Disney to dominate the film industry? So you're going to be looking at that grid and the benefits that each of those strategies offer Disney as a business. You may wish to refer to your glossary here, and also to try to apply some of the key terms, such as production, film chain, profit, power, competition, and synergy. Once you've had a go at that task, you may wish to get some feedback on it, in which case you may wish to email it to me at my school email address from your school email address, or share it with me via Show My Homework. Okay, thank you for listening, and I look forward to our next lesson.